Webinar with our brand partner, Intelligent Remedies. Today, I have Stephen Shore, who is the founder and CEO of Intelligent Remedies. This company started about 6 years ago. They are Maui-based in Hawaii. Their area, thankfully, isn't experiencing any issues from what's been going on there, some of the devastation. They are getting some of the effects from the fire. So our hearts go out to them in that area, but focusing on that area, they're fully integrated. All of their products are farmed, sourced, processed, extracted. Everything is locally and organically sourced and packaged right there in their location. So this is a really special location for them, getting all of their products created right there. The product line has about 18 different products. Stephen has a really awesome slideshow for us today. He's going to flip through a little bit and not cover every detail, but he's got all of the products in there so we can get this whole copy to you if you're interested. And the product line is kind of broken down into two groups, optimizing wellness products, and then a focus on herbal antiviral products as well. So really amazing product line. I'm very impressed of what Stephen has just shared with me here in a brief bit. So I'm looking forward to this whole presentation by Stephen, but I just wanted to say thank you, Stephen, for your time today, and welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Candice, and I wanted to welcome everyone who's attending the webinar and who's dialing into our presentation here. We're very happy to provide a deeper understanding of the work that we're doing and the products that we're creating, because we think they're very, very effective and very important in this time of need, especially in regard to the COVID problem and then the vax injury problem. So we've addressed all of this. And we did it in a manner that really built upon our expertise in extraction and formulation of plant-based remedies and products, so that when COVID happened, we were fully prepared to address the issues that related to how to ameliorate these problems and how to get people back into a state of health and well-being. So with that being said, our opening slide here is of the logo of Intelligent Remedies, built by nature, backed by science. And we're a very science-based company. And what that means is we're taking plants from the field and we're formulating and developing our formulations based upon the science that's available. And I do extensive research on the National Center for Biological Information, PubMed, that avenue, which today has literally hundreds of thousands of documents and papers that have been written about biological substances, plants in particular, their molecular structure, and how they've been used both historically and in modern times. And what's different now is that the information that's coming, for instance, from Chinese traditional medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, Siddha medicine, other Western herbologies, are basically being brought up to a standard of Western science, which is really extraordinary. So the production of these studies that have been done for each plant includes deep understanding of applications, molecular structures. In some cases, plants have many, as you know, have many different molecules that are addressing various aspects of human physiology and the healing process. And of course, when we're dealing with traditional sources of knowledge, like traditional Chinese medicine, this is a medica that has evolved over many thousands of years. So we have the benefit of knowing that safety and efficacy have been demonstrated in human use for a very, very long time, unlike allopathic drugs, which are new and untested and require extensive testing before we understand their safety and efficacy. With the herbal products, we know that they're coming from deep and ancient traditions in some case, and that these substances have been used successfully. So we search for the molecular structure that address the problems that we have. We create formulations based upon synergistic use of certain plant molecules that will help in the amelioration of various aspects of disease. discomfort. So having said that, I'm going to continue with our slideshow here. The first slide, well, let's see. Okay, so this is an overview of the two areas of what we're doing here in the antiviral, which heal and prevent illness naturally, and of course optimize our wellness-based products. The power of liquid herbal extracts, and again, all our products are liquid herbal extracts. So we believe that the extract methodology is the best and most efficacious for delivering a powerful and effective product. And we know that there are many products in the supplement industry that are made with powders. We generally also know that some of these powders are old, some of them are insufficient in their quantities, some of them have been adulterated. It's really hard to know, but with the liquid herbal extracts, especially in our vertically integrated production capability, we know what we're getting from start to finished product, and that's of course very, very important. There is a really fast absorption rate for liquids that are different than many of the powders. They don't necessarily have to be absorbed typically in the intestinal tract. A lot of it comes in the mouth and under the tongue, and as it goes into the digestive tract, they are fully absorbed. These are highly concentrated. We're using a menstruum that is formed from the hydroalcohol solvent. So we're using cane sugar, organic cane sugar, that is used to be the extraction base, and that's mixed with water, a very unique water that is found off the coast of Kona, Hawaii, at the thermal haline layer, which is 3,000 feet below the surface and has never seen the light of day in the last 2,000 years. So strangely enough, or beneficially enough, they have pumping stations in the big island of Hawaii, and they have pipes that go down 3,000 feet, and they draw this water up, and it's very desired in Japan and other places. But we use it mixed with the organic alcohol. So we have a hydroalcohol menstruum that is the solvent that we're extracting with. So we get both the hydrophilic and the hydrophobic components of the plant extracts, and it's highly concentrated. We found that there's greater bioavailability in the liquid extracts, and that's super, super important. Bioavailability is key compared to the tablets and the powders. Some of these powders, like for instance, turmeric comes from places like India. We know they're adulterated. We know they're affected with certain chemicals that make them more orange because that gives them a higher price. So there's some problems in that area. And of course, bioavailability is very limited. In fact, in the case of turmeric, we have a 3,600% bioavailability compared to, say, eating a rhizome and just taking the natural substances, largely because the curcumins are hydrophobic. They really don't like water. They come out in the alcohol substance. So we also have a full spectrum of herbs that are available to us that give us a really depth of capability in terms of providing the most efficacious formulations that are possible. The products are pure and powerful in bioavailability. We use only glass extraction material, so it's inert. And this gives us a very, very clean, very pure substance with which to work with here. We use only fresh, locally sourced organic herbs when possible. And if we have to import things, then we make sure that everything is organically certified before they come into our facility. So we have tremendous traceability to our products. We know where they're coming from. We bring them from the raw material source into extraction, from extraction to formulation, and formulation into bottling. So you get a very pure, very consistent product. This is our facility on the right here. I'm on the left, and that's Ami Shore, who is our Chief Operating Officer on the right. So you can see some of the technical aspects of our products. And we've been doing this for 25 years, although Intelligent Remedies was formed 6 years ago. We have a long history of extraction, both hydrodistillation and a reflux extraction experience. So the first suite of products here I want to introduce is called the long-term covert or the VAX injury suite. And we'll get into each of these products, but this is a suite of products that was designed after COVID when the inoculations began, and we begin to understand that the S spike protein had a very problematic side to it. And it was causing problems and disease. We know that it affects the endothelium, it affects the immune system. So the five aspects of the stopping the S spike and what the S spike is doing to the physiology are represented here in five separate formulations. The first one is Withidin B, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the page for that, and we'll come back the other way. Withidin B is a formulation that includes withinone, which comes from Withania somniferia, some know that as ashwagandha, and also bee propolis extract, which combine to create a compound that stops the S spike protein from being active in the system. So the first thing that we have to do for anyone that has been vaccinated and is having health issues related to that is attenuate the S spike. And because what we've done in these mRNA vaccination is we've instructed the mRNA, the ribosomes, and ultimately through transcription, the cell nucleus DNA to produce this S spike without difference to it ever stopping. So once it turns on, we don't quite know how to turn it off, but we can attenuate it, we can lessen it, we can manage it. And I think one of the key aspects of these formulations is in how to manage the symptoms and conditions that are being caused by the S spike protein. That's really, really key. So Withidin B stops the S spike protein. The next one is called Prienda. Prienda it stops the prions from formulation. So a prion is a dysregulated protein. We know that prions are engineered into the S spike protein. We know that they're small enough to pass through the blood-brain barrier, where they cause conditions within the brain that are neurodegenerative in nature, like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and Hutchinson's and mad cow and spongiform encephalopathy. And we don't quite know where they're going in the brain, so it's very, very random. But once a prion reaches an active protein, it dysregulates it. So dysregulated proteins is a very key aspect of what people are experiencing, and this relates to brain fog and some of the conditions of loss of memory and things like that that are happening to people who have taken the inoculation. So we want to attenuate that. Again, it's a management issue for the prions within the brain. The next product is called endohelium, and endohelium is a formula designed to regenerate the endothelium and the endothelial cells using various plant-based compounds that allow us to increase the nitrous oxide components and cause healing within that inner layer of the endothelium. So, we know from what we've discovered and researched that the endothelium is under attack within the physiology. The cardiovascular system is miles and miles of veins and arteries, and the S spike is causing lesions and other formations within the endothelium. The platelets of the body think that they're bleeding out, they aggregate, and so all of a sudden you get a platelet assault. If those platelets aggregate, you have thrombosis, and if they release into the body and hit the brain, you have strokes. If they hit the heart, you have heart attacks. If they hit the lungs, you have pulmonary embolisms. So we want to get and regenerate the endothelium as we're stopping the S spike as a complementary path to health and wellness. The next product is in this range is called cardamycin. And this is a formula that is based upon colchicine, which is found in Crocus autumnal. And it is a product that has been used since Greek times to stop heart inflammations, particularly myocarditis and pericarditis. So we've had excellent results with this in people who were getting heart palpitations and other things, and it goes away quite quickly when you administer the cardiomyopathy. So we think it's an important aspect. And of course, we're seeing in the media the young athletes who are succumbing to heart attacks and myocarditis on the field, and some of them dropping dead as they're playing, and other people. It's affecting young people as well. So this is real critical, is to have a way to address this issue and to attenuate it so that the heart can continue to function normally. Finally, we have in this range of products, we have something called athrombosin. And athrombosin was designed to stop the clots that are forming. So in some cases, it's microclots, but in other cases, what we're seeing, especially after death, are these long, stringy, almost unworldly clots that are coming out of cadavers that are being found by various people in that field. And that what they're doing is they can't get the embalming fluid. The coroners can't get the embalming fluid into the body, so they're cutting open the veins and pulling out these giant clots. Well, this is something that's forming even earlier, and so we have a formulation that contains glycera, galbraith, salvia, mithirosa, coptis rhizome, silybum marin, romania glutinus, and Zibinga officinalis, and cinnamon. And these products are designed to dissolve the microclots before they begin to show up as major clotting factors within the physiology. So this is pretty important. It's the last of the products that we've developed thus far related to the post COVID vax injury suite of products that are affecting us now. Then we're going to go forward into, these are the original COVID products that we developed. The first one is called Virusol. It contains a number of different compounds, including Banlangen and Pau d'Arco and elderberry. And these products are designed to stop the virus from entering the cell. So as this new, certainly currently pre-announced COVID-2 problem starts to ramp up, if there is such a thing that is infecting people and people are starting to get sick, we want to stop the virus from entering the cell. It's the first line of defense, and Virusol is designed to do that. The next product is called ionophoric zinc. Now, we know that within the ribosomes, the mRNA replication can be stopped by zinc, but zinc requires ionophores to escort it into the cell. Well, we have found natural sources of both the zinc and also natural sources of three different ionophores. One is quercetin, one is ECGC, and one is quinine. The quinine is sourced in a native product, and ECGC comes from Camellia sinensis, and the quercetin comes from Taraxacum officinalis. So we have three different ionophores that escort the zinc. The natural zinc is found in cardamom, which is the highest form of zinc that is available. So we bring in the zinc and we escort them with three different ionophores to stop the replication once the mRNA enters into the ribosomes and is going through the replication process. The next product is Chaga Plus, and this was designed when people started to have immune systems attacking themselves. And what we're trying to do here is a process of attenuating the immune system so that it calms down a little bit, rather than having these cytokine storms, which were in the original, back in 2020. This is one of the initial causes of how people were succumbing to the COVID, was the cytokine storm. So this has an effect of ameliorating the cytokine storm through the chaga mushroom and a few other important herbal extracts. The next product was called Hemoflow O2, and this had to do with the hypoxia issue that started to show up. People were just being starved of oxygen in their system, and a lot of that had to do with the hemes and the dysregulation of the hemoglobin. So we have developed a formulation that will attenuate that and allow the blood to flow and the oxygen to flow back into the the system. And this is all done through various Chinese medicines and various medicinal compounds. So there's an important product as well in that suite. So that covers the basic fundamental suites of the products contained in both the anti-vax suite and the COVID suite. And we know these are going to be coming up, and this is why I wanted to discuss these first out of the gate. Now I'm going to move on to products that are related to other aspects of health and well-being that are part of the Intelligent Remedies suite of products. The first one I'm going to talk about is curcumin. So we have a natural extracted turmeric extract that is 36 times more bioavailable than other forms, powdered forms. And it's done so much is achieved through our extraction process that even the look of our liquid extract, it's not a translucent product. It's almost a opaque product you can sort of see in the picture that provides the highest bioavailability of the curcumins that are done in the extraction process that we use. So extraction is key. How one extracts is key. And we've developed a protocol that really gives a powerful bang here that relieves pain naturally, eases symptoms of inflammation. So this is a powerful anti-inflammatory. And curcumin and turmeric is emerging as one of the most important of the herbal compounds within the herbal apothecary. So there's a whole bunch of things that this can treat, and it's just really, you really feel it. You can take a few droppers full of this and it will make a difference. In fact, we generally recommend for people that have severe inflammation that they do a shock dose of probably 10 milliliters on the first go around, and you can feel it. It actually attenuates inflammation and pain rather efficiently right out of the gate. So we're very happy about this product. And this curcumin, the rhizomes are grown right here on Maui organically. So we really have a wonderful traceability directly from the growers and the farms. And it's Maui organic soil, volcanic water. So we're really creating a very special product here that is really speaks to the land and the nature of what we call the Aina here in Hawaii, and brings that goodness to you in a concentrated form. The next product in our suite of optimization is called Solid Sleep. This is a valerian-based extract formulation, magnolia bark, nepeta, and passion fruit. And it works fantastically in helping people to get to sleep and stay asleep. It's just a very concentrated formula that really does the trick. And a lot of people have problems getting to sleep these days because they're concerned about what's going on in the world. So this really helps to ameliorate that. The next product we have is anxiety support. This is based upon malungu, which is a South American herb that we bring up here in the organic form. And it works with the GABA receptors and helps to regulate the nervous system. And it's one of our really popular products because people have a lot of anxiety these days. There's things going on in the world that people don't understand or that are affecting their lives directly, like what happened in Maui with the fires. We've had at least hundreds of people perish in that, and it could be quite worse than that, and we're bracing for that. But so many people have lost their homes, and so many people have been wiped out by this. So what emerges from that is a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are afraid of what the future holds for them. So we've been able to supply this to the local community here, and it's really been helpful to a lot of people. So anxiety is something that actually pairs well with the Solid Sleep product to get you to sleep at night. The next product I want to show is Virility. This is made with Tongkat Ali and black ginger. And these are products that are known to be very excellent vasodilators. So they're really good anti-diabetics, anti-plasmodal, anti-inflammatory, improves performance of physical muscular endurance, helps lower the blood glucose levels. So it's really an excellent product for all the good reasons that it has. And of course, opening up that vasodilation increases libido and endurance and sexual prowess. So a lot of people who are having some problems with that as they age come to this product because it works. It's a solid extract formulation of two very, very powerful compounds. The next product is Brain Factor. And this is a really important product that really helps to bring energy into the physiology, and it does it in a number of ways. We extract the fruit of the coffee plant, not the bean, but the fruit, which has a molecule called quinic acid in it, which is a small molar molecule that enters easily into the mitochondria where it quenches free radicals. So in the part of the day in the afternoon where you're having, sort of an energy low, this doesn't stimulate the adrenals like coffee might, although it's from the coffee plant. What this does is it actually makes your production of energy more efficient. And added to this is something called apigenin, which comes from a parsley extract. And apigenin is known to stop something called CD38, which is the attenuator of NAD, which is the precursor to ATP, which is how energy is made. So you can take NMN or NR, other, NAD precursors, but really the best way to do it is just to increase NAD by suppressing the compound that attenuates NAD, and that's this apigenin product. So if it's energy that you need, if it's energy that you want, especially in that part of the day where you're starting to lose it, and you need that extra boost, brain factor is an excellent natural remedy for that problem. The next product is Telemax, and this has to do with astragalus and compounds that help to regrow the telomeres. We have another sister company here called Extended Longevity that has gone further into the anti-aging process that you might want to see. We're also featured on Get Healthy as a separate company. But the Telemax is a formulation that allows us to begin to regrow telomeres. It's something that I've been using for quite some time myself. And I have personally regrown my telomeres to 10,380 base pairs, which is considered hyperlong telomeres. So you're born with about 10,000 base pairs, you die with about 5,000. So in between that, you're aging from your whole gamut of your lifespan. But your cells can reach a stage of extended longevity by simply regrowing the telomeres. So this is something that Telemax will do, and it's a simple kind of base formulation for that. Then we have a lion's mane product. A lot of people are using lion's mane now because it's really, really good for rebuilding the synapses in the brain and rebuilding myelin along the brain's neurons. It's been proven in many, many studies. We have a really wonderful extract that includes not only the fruiting mushroom, but also the mycelium. We extract both of them because the uranethane compounds are different in each component of that. So we combine them. So it's a very, very powerful formulation. And then finally, we have Exalta, which controls snoring. There's a Chinese traditional herb called Gastrodia elata, and it is that and Angelica sinensis, Radix bluperi. These formulations help the control mechanisms that are actually the pathways that help snoring attenuate, and it works excellent to do that. So that's the full gamut of our products here. I'm just going to go back up a little bit here. We have a Vax injury set of all 9 products that are available on the Get Healthy side and also on our websites, intelligentremedies.com. I invite you to visit those for additional information where we posted a lot of science-related studies. We have the wellness products, which you see the suites available here. Yeah, that's the presentation. You've seen it all. I hope that you'll come and purchase our products and use them in your practices.
Yeah, thanks so much, Stephen. We really appreciate the partnership that Intelligent Remedies has formed with us here at Get Healthy. It's important for practitioners to, one, have access to products like this, and more importantly, to know about them, to be educated. So this webinar was really important. You've covered so much. I didn't know if you're going to be able to, but the products are pretty simple to, explain and understand, but we know there's so much more behind them, so much science behind all of the ingredients. And when you know where they're sourced from, how they're made, where they're made, all of that, that's so important. And that's the base. So once you get that understanding of you guys as a company as a whole, it makes, understanding, here's, 4 ingredients in a product and here's what they do and here's why it's so great. It makes it really easy for practitioners to just kind of go with it at that point and trust a brand like this. And I like the way too, how you've kind of broken it down into, the wellness, optimizing, health products, and then the special support for some of the biggest issues that we have going on now. I mean, like you said, COVID's coming back around, the vaccine injuries, those are 2 huge things that have been going on. Some of them have been going on for a while, but people are really awake to them now and just really experiencing that now. So it's important to have products like this. So we just can't thank you enough for the partnership and for coming on and sharing all your information with us.
Thank you. I appreciate the invitation. I'm happy to present and encourage everyone to go deeper into our products. We have product information sheets that are available as well, and we're here to support. So any questions you may have, please drop us a line and we'll be happy to communicate what we're doing.
Yeah, well, this is a newer partnership, so you may not have heard of Intelligent Remedies yet. I know we just did a small release letting you know, hey, they're here, they're on our platform, but I hope this information was helpful. I know I sure learned a lot just getting to know more about Intelligent Remedies and the products that they offer. But again, thanks, Stephen, so much for being a partner.